Hi, I'm Diana of Enhancing Lives 413, and this is my Aries soul sister, Christina. Welcome.
Hi.
And definitely, the love in us salutes the love in you. We wanted to have some time to chat with you to tell us how this amazing course has changed our lives, the Course in Miracles. And I'd like to start with thanking Marianne Williamson. And of course, there's been other literature that I have undertaken that has brought me to this point. Christina started studying the Course in Miracles how long ago?
I think about a year ago, almost.
And has this course changed your life?
It really has, actually, and the way that I found out about it was through you, and I'm eternally grateful for it. There are no coincidences there. Right. And ever since I started reading it, my life really has changed for the better. You know, I've become really aware of things that I had maybe heard about or, you know, people had brought to my attention, but I never really understood until I read it in A Course in Miracles.
Mm-hmm. I know that for me, the biggest catalyst was recognizing how the ego would immediately step in and take control of every interaction, every thought. And studying the Course in Miracles and accepting that it wasn't real, that the ego is not real, that it was created by us, but before that, by our parents, and not meaning to, they taught us what they knew. But as God creates us, we come into the world perfect, and our lives are supposed to be carried out in that same fashion. Tell me how you feel at the moment. Tell me how you're transforming in your life today.
Well, I am definitely living in the present. You know, for a long time, I lived in the past or the future. I was never able to grasp the present. Right. I really learned that the hard way. Right. And just taking it day by day and seeing when choices appear, when I've really learned how to decipher when the ego does show up. You know, we do get, our intuition, it speaks to us, we get these messages, and you really need to know who's talking to you. And there are times where either my own ego will show up or the ego of somebody else, and that's helped me in my most important relationships with my parents, with my family. And it's really shown me sometimes, the ego steps in. It has nothing to do with that person. You know, it's just a side of them that's coming out of, either nature or however it decides to show up. And recognizing that and seeing how these moments take place and what's really happening on a bigger scale in that moment, by inviting the Holy Spirit in, it's been able to really help me just, see moments for what they are and how they play a part in the bigger picture of my life, and it's brought me a lot of peace and happiness.
Absolutely. It has done the same for me. I've been studying the Course in Miracles for 4 years, and I'm learning other stuff in different times and moments, and I am definitely willing to absorb and to practice. So everything has to do with a willingness to have an open mind, to take it into consideration, and then to practice it. But the practice is definitely what leads to a better understanding, to awakening fully, to being able to hear that internal voice that we all have and we all share, And it definitely leads to a more loving life, a more compassionate life, and fuller relationships. Tell me, when you are around other people and you're in this energy, have you noticed anything in regards to the other people that you're interacting with?
Well, like I mentioned, I can not always easily, right, but for the most part, I can notice, when someone's ego's stepping up. If I'm having a conversation with someone, that there may be conflicting ideas, you can see how when somebody's just not receptive, their ego's just in front and there's no real communicating there. And that has nothing to do with who they really are. Right. It's just their ego. And I think that that's something that a lot of people misunderstand, and that's why there's all these arguments. Because we feed off of those egos, and we attack. And what we fail to understand is that attack is counterproductive.
Absolutely.
And you really just have to just take a step back and see, like I said, what's really happening. When I see these energies show up, I've learned, because before it would really affect me, I was very sensitive, and I take a step back, like I mentioned again, I invite the Holy Spirit. That's something that you taught me, and honestly, I invite the Holy Spirit, invite the angels, and it's a team effort, and I can see things clearer, and it brings me peace, because when I used to before get really upset at a family member for something that maybe they said to me or something that was done, before I was aware, like I said, I would internalize everything, harm myself for taking these energies in, and nothing was solved, and then you retain these energies for nothing, and it's helped me, like I said, move forward, and I'm able to communicate with more confidence too.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, I definitely agree. I've come to the point that I respect other people's energy. I have learned what energy is all about. I respect it, and I respect it in others. So when they show up, I allow them to be who they are, and I don't have to step into that energy. I can just honor them and honor myself by remembering that they are who they are. I am who I am, but we're still God's children. And ultimately, my mission is to help continue my process. And at this point, I believe I've gone through the transformation. I am in the transcending, and I am very excited about moving forward in my mission, on my mission, to help people like my beautiful Kristina, my family, and you. If you are willing to show up, if you're willing to keep an open mind, we are here for each other. And it's a beautiful place to be. I used to think, like everybody else, that we were in competition, that it's all about me, that you are you and I am me. To on the physical plane, that is what everybody believes. But on the physical, vibrational universe, it is about one. All of us becoming one. We thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you, Kristina.
Thank you.
We will be back to share some of our experiences, and hopefully it'll be a little more livelier. We were livelier before, and you just missed it. But do join us, because we like to have fun, and girls like to have fun. And believe it or not, Abraham Hicks says we should be having fun every day. We love you, and God bless you, and we hope to see you soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Namaste.